After the election, NEC did publish some results. On the basis of these figures, many people assumed Basharun Abiola had won easily. But nothing could stop the ABN. In Abuja, they went back to the High Court. This time, the judges ruled that the full results should not be published. At this time, NEC had to obey. It all bewildered some observers. Why had the government let NEC defy the previous court order, but not this latest one? The election officials now seemed compromised.
Well, I think what was happening at that time, after we defied, quote unquote, the first court order, what was happening in the country then, I think, was reaching a very dangerous stage. There were not second court order. There were second court order, third court order, fourth court order, fifth court order. And this was going all over the country. And you can easily tell the way these orders were being given in the courts. They were saying it with due respect, I think, but the signs were there that there were some elements of partisanship, even the way the court orders were given. Perhaps it was not the best testimony of the judiciary at that little period. We have the best judiciary one of the finest judiciary in the world, the Nigerian judiciary. But unfortunately, the we were seeing at that time were quite ominous. Since then, things have began to degenerate into every judge, depending on who talks to him, will just go and give the court orders. And so you hear a court order in Ilorin, another one in Kaduna, another one in Ibadan. I think the whole process, quite frankly, and these are courts of equal jurisdiction. So if one court of the same jurisdiction says do, the other court says don't do it. And the whole thing looks really unprofessional.
NEC officials went to the appeal court to overturn the latest decision. But on Judgment Day, the government made a shock announcement. It annulled the election altogether. Critics argued they hadn't been allowed to take its course.
We knew what was going on. We knew the processes that were to go on at the court of at that time. I don't think it's in the interest of this country for courts to get into the court with a preconceived judgment. Once that is done, it was going to be obvious, and it will be detrimental to the peace and stability of this country. So there are information of intelligence which are available to us. We could literally predict what was going to be the outcome of that court. That's why the government preempted it and stopped it. We all found the nation at a particular
Within a week or two, more confusion. Different courts were given different treatments. On June 26, Babangida explained why he cancelled the elections.
In the circumstance, the administration had no option than to respond appropriately to the unfortunate experience by terminating the presidential election and judicial actions related to the election. Our action is in full...
He said that he'd allow the elections to go ahead, even though the candidates had breached the rules. There was now evidence of financial malpractice. Also, the government couldn't allow the legal process to be ridiculed. For its part, the SDP denied any wrongdoing